Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tactical Chaos here with some Division 2 Best Build gameplay. And on the grind, we are going to be going over the new meta ACS shotgun with the Heartbreaker gear set build. And I haven't been, I run it, the ACS a little bit yesterday because a couple people told me that it works really well. But I didn't really put together a good build with it because I never really use shotguns in too many of my builds. So today Hypnotize hit me up on my channel and he said, that he was using the shotgun and that it works really well. I should check it out. So a big thanks to him for that because I put it together into this build and this build just completely eats everything around. It is so powerful. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like that for real. The ACS shotgun with the Heartbreaker gear set, it builds that buff up fast. Even when on max BPM, when you're raising it to 100 stacks, it builds those 100 stacks super quick. So before we get into the build, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to Tactical Chaos on the Grind. Thank you guys for showing your support. If you guys are enjoying the video, a like rating would be much appreciated. Also, if you guys want to continue to support the channel, you guys can do that by hitting that sub button. Don't forget to pop that notification bell so you don't miss out on any Chaos uploads. Now let's get into this build. Alright guys, so what makes this build so awesome is we got the technician specialization. It gives us an extra skill tier, but also, actually I'm going to go show you guys real quick. It also gives us the linked laser. The linked laser is the shit for real. So first off, when you're starting with this build, we'll come over here real quick, go to technician specialization. We got the linked laser, technician laser that pulses any target it's aimed at, and that includes mechanical weapons like dogs and turrets and shit like that. So that's a really, really effective thing to put onto your weapon. Also, of course, they all got 50% pulse resistance in case you want to go PvP. Gain bonus armor while aiming skill. No, we don't want that one. Party members within 5 meters of deployed skill. Under rapid shot now, that one really don't matter. 10% skill damage is a little bit cool if you're using an assault drone for a hybrid build. But we could also have the artificer hive, which helps when you're rocking a shield. Armor kits also apply to all friendlies within 10 meters of you. 12% extra damage to drones, which is very useful, especially when playing against Black Tusk. And then one skill tier. So technician specialization with Heartbreaker is the one. The shit goes hella hard. Let's get back into the build now. Alright, so then I was recommended to use the ACS 12 gauge shotgun, automatic combat shotgun. This thing is super sick. We got shotgun damage, damage to armor, and damage to target out of cover, which I am going to optimize out a little bit more. And then I finally came across a shotgun with flatline talent. So I put flatline on it, amplifies weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. That's pretty dope. As seeing as we got the linked laser on the shotgun, so anything I aim at is pulsed. Alright, for my secondary, I don't know why I have the blue screen up there. I do not want to run the blue screen with this build. I do like to use another LMG that's really high rate of fire, which is a Negev, and this thing is beast, bro. With measured on it, it helps build it up your heartbreak buff extremely fast too. But I'm gonna rock the Carbine 7. We got 790 rounds per minute, damage to target out of cover, and flatline on it. And this weapon just eats everything. It's a straight beam too, so it's a really good weapon to run. And then don't forget the card 45 with finisher on it. This shit is awesome for any weapon damage build. And you guys notice when you see me a little bit ago before we started the specs that I was killing people with my pistol and switching back to my primary weapon, and that grants me 30% critical hit chance and 30% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. The finisher is an extremely awesome talent. If you guys get used to using it, it will help out your build immensely. Alright. So now let's go on to the rest of the build, the gear. We have the new exotic mask, the catharsis, and this thing is pretty sick actually, dude. It took me a while to really like it, but now I actually love it, putting together sick builds with it. It has a vicious cycle on it, taking damage, builds stacks that cap at 30. Each stack grants 1% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks will trigger a purge, removing all stacks and status effects. So if you're bleeding, if you're confused, any of that shit, once it hits max stacks, it triggers that purge and removes all your stacks and status effects. And then it drops a healing cloud, which heals 5% of your armor over 10 seconds. Now that part's give or take, okay? It doesn't do too much when you're doing the healing, but what it does do is as you take damage, and you could have your shield out, and your shield takes in the damage, not harming you at all, but you're building up weapon damage every single bullet that hits. That's awesome. That part of it makes it really sick to run. And then for my backpack, I went with a Badger and Toff. Like I said, I've never played with shotguns too much, so I'm still trying to get good shotgun gear and shit because I want to put together a really good build. We got on the brand set, shot 10% shotgun damage. Then we got vigilance on here. Increase total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff. You know what's really cool about this build, which I find kind of funny, is vigilance, right? If you take damage, it disables it, but your shield will keep your... If you take damage and it hits your shield, it does not disable vigilance, and it doesn't count as taking damage. But it does count as taking damage for the catharsis, which is kind of weird. You mean, you would think that one wouldn't work if the other one did, but they both work, and it's awesome. So I guess they just given us the best of both worlds with that. Alright. Now we got the 4-piece Heartbreaker gear set. We got gloves, knee pads, holster with the Heartbreaker chest piece that gives us 15% assault rifle damage, 15% LMG damage, 15% weapon handling with Heartstopper on it. Headshots apply pulse for 5 seconds. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies add a stack of 1% bonus armor, 1% damage to pulsed enemies, and it caps at 50 stacks. Stacks are lost each second, kind of like the Striker build, but this is like a million times better than Striker. Alright, and then for the talent on the chest piece is max BPM. It increases max stacks from Heartstopper from 50 to 100. So now you are getting 100% bonus weapon damage along with 100% bonus armor. And then with Vigilance, 25% weapon damage. Catharsis, max at 30 weapon damage. 1.5 mil armor. ACS with Flatline, 15% damage to pulsed enemies. Carbine, Flatline, 15% damage to pulsed enemies. Crusader Shield, you can rock that with the shotgun or the assault rifle. And then a Scanner Pulse, which you guys could trade out if you want, because both weapons that I have on this build have Pulse on them, so there is no need for a Scanner Pulse. So I think we will go with the Artificer Hive on this. And there you guys have it. This is an literal immortal Heartbreaker build, dude. For real, 2.0. This shit is sick. Give it a shot, you guys. It's definitely a really fun build to run, and thank you to Hypnotize for getting me to give that ACS a second try, because it's like definitely awesome as hell. 100. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and definitely see you guys on the next video.